Hello, West Ham Network. It is Holly, and I hope that you're all well today. When I last did an update on the women's side, we got quite a few comments asking for this to be a little bit more of a regular feature, giving you guys some updates. So, back by popular request, I am going to be running through everything that you need to know in preparation for West Ham women's season beginning. So, the Hammers beat Bristol City 3-0 in their last pre-season game, and this was at home at the Chigwell Construction Stadium. Our first fixture of the Women's Super League is now coming up very quickly, kicking off at 3 p.m. on the 1st of October when we will host Man City. This is then going to be followed by a game against Brighton away. Hopefully the women's side are not quite as cursed as the men's side. However, even the men's side got a win against them, so there is hope. And that's a midday kickoff on the 8th. After this, West Ham women will host Charlton Athletic in the League Cup before what is expected to be our hardest fixture of the season, away to Chelsea. So it isn't the easiest start to the Women's Super League campaign. For anybody that hasn't been following the Women's Super League closely in recent years, Chelsea are an absolute force to be reckoned with. Last season, alongside Man United, they basically dominated the league, but they have also finished first every single season since 2019-20. Simply put, they are seriously good. They also have many of the most recognisable players that I'm sure some of you may know from the Women's World Cup, including Millie Bright, Jess Carter, Lauren James, Fran Kirby, Sam Kerr. That said, the Hammers have made some bright new signings this window, as we spoke about in my last video, and the women have also appointed Rhian Skinner as manager, so that is likely to also bring a renewed sense of optimism for the Hammers. Now, to run you through this manager and why this is so exciting that we've brought her in, Skinner joined as the women's first team manager on the 20th of July, joining the squad after completing her commitments at the Women's World Cup in Australia. Now, it's been a really strong start under her leadership, which was to be expected. But obviously, you never know when you do sign if you're going to have that little teething period. But we had our most recent games, a 2-1 win against Lewes away, and most recently a 3-0 win against Bristol City. Now, to give you an overview of Skinner's experience, she's been working within the women's game for almost 20 years now, including a 3-year spout at the FA, where she coached England under-19s, under-20s and under-21 development teams before becoming assistant coach for the national team. And more recently, Skinner was manager of Spurs in the WSL for 2.5 seasons, leading them to their highest ever finish in the league, where they finished 5th in the 21-22 campaign. Now, today, she spoke about West Ham and told Sky Sports, "We want to try and elevate the club's position. West Ham is a big football club. The team's been in the league for a long time. They've been in it and around in that middle group right here, right now. We've got a lot of work to put in behind the scenes, with Baroness Karen Brady, Tara Warren, Nicola Key coming into the club to drive the women's board in particular. It's a huge step forward and statement for the club to contribute to how we can really elevate the status of the club in the women's game." So it seems that we're really going above and beyond this season to basically prove a point and show that we mean business. And if you actually look at the business that we've had over the transfer window, it looks as though that is the case. So West Ham are going to be looking to improve on last season's 8th place finish. And we have a newly strengthened squad, including the likes of Riko Ueki, who scored in Japan's recent 8-0 win against Argentina, as well as Hayashi, who also got an assist. And then there are also players like Vivia Sayi being ones to watch, having scored a hat-trick for the Hammers against Bristol City. And in addition to this, there are countless West Ham players that are only getting better, including the likes of Mel Felice and Emma Harries, who both came off the bench to help England under-23s beat Belgium 3-0 at Shrewsbury Town's new Meadow Stadium. Simply put, we have a very strong squad. It's a lot better than it was last season, and we do have a lot to look forward to. Now, looking at the start of our season, our first fixture against Man City is set to be a challenging one, with City having finished 4th in the Women's Super League last season. But the team is looking very, very confident, following on from a strong pre-season. And of course, with a newly strengthened squad, hopes are high, and it's looking to be a very exciting season, especially if we can have a strong start. Hopefully we can have a full house. We've kind of had a strong start with the men's side. If we can have it with the women's side as well, this could be very good and a very exciting season ahead. If you haven't already got down to a Super League game yet, it's definitely worth it. I would recommend it thoroughly. It's a great day out. Plus, tickets are a lot more affordable than Premier League ones. And who doesn't love supporting the Hammers wherever they may be? that is all from me for now, but thank you so much as always for watching. If you're new around here, please do make sure you hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you've liked it. We have got loads of match day content coming out today ahead of West Ham's Carabao Cup game against Lincoln City tonight. So make sure you keep an eye out for everything, including predicted starting 11s, pre-match content, and plenty to keep you up to date with all of the action as it unfolds. And post-match, you know we're here all day, every day. So have a brilliant one. And until next time, come on you Irons.